Hello, hello, welcome everybody. J-Star here. Welcome, La Toca. Toca? How are you? Are you here to hang out or are you interested in a reading today? Doing pretty good. I'm glad it's Friday. No work this weekend. That's always good. I'm keen for a bit of both. Yes! All right. Let's get this party started then. Let's see. What am I feeling compelled to? First, okay. The first thing I like to do to start out my streams before I do any readings is we'll get out my JoJo's Tarot and we'll do a major arcana. Ah, thank you so much for the follow. Awesome. I do tarot readings every Friday. Um, but you can always ask me for a card. I have a redeem. No matter what I'm doing, I will always pull cards. So, before I get to your reading, I'm going to do my general energies. Oh, and the sun popped out. What a lovely card to start with. Noodle, my cat is causing chaos in the background. That's just lovely. Hi, Noodle. She likes to... It's like she can sense it's tarot time. Hi, Noodle. Do you mind? All right. So a little bit about the major arcana, the sun. It is arguably one of the happiest cards in the deck. It radiates positivity, and it's an inignorable presence, like the sun. Even if you don't see it, you feel it, you sense it, you know it's there. It illuminates everything. So everything regarding today's reading and cards are going to be about things, I'd say like positive things, in general, just kind of things we can look at that are ever present in our lives, maybe even just what the key to happiness is. Oh, there was a really interesting quote I saw. What was it? Oh my gosh, it had to do with happiness. Who was it? Who was it? There was somebody that talked about happiness, saying that you have to strive for it. It's not something that's just going to happen uh, for you, that you kind of have to work at it every day. So hopefully we'll kind of discover some things that will help us unlock what makes us happy. And then for your reading, did you have a question in mind? Or would you like me to just, um, or, regarding love, regarding, hit me with it. Otherwise, we can just do a 3-card spread and see what comes out. I already got stuff popping out. That's always a good sign. All right. And exactly 3 cards popped out. I love the unknown as well. All right. So, typically in a 3-card spread, it usually represents past, present, and future, but take it how it resonates and leave what doesn't. The first card represents influences from the past that still affect the situation. And your first card is one of my favorites in this deck, the Sly Fox, the 7 of Swords. He, as you can see, in this particular card, the way it's depicted, the fox is sleeping on the 7th sword, and he's resting with one eye open, ever vigilant, not one to let his guard down. All right. Your past influences represent secrecy and self-interest. 6 swords hang in plain view, while the 7th is tucked under the sly fox's tail. So goes the story of the 7 of Swords. A secret is being kept. You're either the keeper or the kept from, and it's time to identify which. Deceit and avoidance linger in the air. Face the cause of secrecy or risk ostracizing yourself. I'm not sure what that means to you, but holding on to something like a secret isn't always good for our psyche. Sometimes it's better to, we create monsters by holding on to things. Fear festers there. So, sounds like, the fact that it's in your past makes me think maybe it's something you've let go of and maybe something you're currently dealing with. Your second card is the present, all that surrounds you, either positive or negative. And you got a major arcana, the Judgment. And that comes right before the end of a cycle. It represents forgiveness. The word judgment conjures up fear and guilt in many people. This card, however, concerns itself with another aspect of the word, seeking the truth. No more blaming yourself or others, no more excuses. Now is the time for forgiveness and personal freedom. This card asks you to rise up and let pettiness and fear fall below you. Expand your wings and be reborn. What a relief it will be. Again, this just kind of perfectly goes with the theme of your previous card, where maybe you were holding on to something in the past and you've let it go. I'm not necessarily sure what that means for you, but hopefully it has something positive or something for you to ponder on, perhaps. So your last card represents your most likely outcome, and you have quite a lovely card for that. So regardless of whatever you're going on, what's going on for you right now, it looks like a positive outcome, whether it be with another person or yourself. The Two of Cups represents a connection, love, and romance. Say hello to the much adored Two of Cups. When this card appears, you can anticipate new love to be heading your way. And yes, this usually means romance, but sometimes it points to the birth of a dear, lasting friendship. Either way, the connection between you will be pure, honest, and solid. Open your heart and get ready. Oh, I love that. I love that for you. Do you have any other questions? We could always draw some clarifiers. Otherwise, I hate to muddy up anything, such a nice reading as that. The only thing I can really decipher from your spread is just that keep up the good work. Whatever kind of secrets, a lot of times might not even necessarily be a secret from another person, maybe something that you were holding on to for yourself. I would say just keep on doing the work and it looks like you're going to have a positive outcome. Clarifiers. It just means like if pulling, if you had what like, so if you want a little more, like if there's any particular part of the reading, like any of the 3 cards, we can draw an additional card on to get some more insight on like what it just basically gives you a little bit more. It's like if you're reading the Cliff's Notes and there's a part of the book that sounds really interesting to you, so you go back and read the full thing. That kind of thing. Perfect. The present. The present. Okay. Me too. Especially when you get such a good reading. I mean, I guess we can't really go wrong with when we get the sun. Oh, wow. Okay. So this one's like super literal for me, where it's a lot of times Ace of Swords represents a truth, and to me it's almost like it's like the fox pulling out that sword. Um, Sometimes it's like in the original tarot it represents Archangel Michael's sword of truth. Um, it just means that there's something hidden coming to light. Um, being illuminated. So, since it is your present, it means maybe it's not something that's happened yet or happening for you right now. I do. I love these cards as well. They're so cool. It's one of my favorite decks. It's a really cool art style, and it's all animals. Well, or nature kind of. I don't know. It's called the Wild Unknown. So the card you got for your present is represents truth and mental clarity. When lightning strikes, the whole world seems to light up. Just for 1 second. It's as though you can see everything, and this vision lingers on even through the storm. Such is the power of the Ace of Swords. Your mind will become clear and your thoughts precise. It's time to make those decisions you've been putting off. So it sounds like you're going to be experiencing some positive forward movement. The best thing you can do for yourself right now is just go with the flow, stay relaxed, kind of tap into like what is the energy I'm thinking of? Um, like basically when we're relaxed, this is why a lot of like spiritual gurus will talk about meditation, because this to me is very much like an epiphany card. You know, everybody has those moments where like it seems like it doesn't necessarily mean anything particular is going on, but you'll just have this moment where like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what I need to do about this. Um, and you just change, things just change direction in a positive way. What's up, Quirky? How you doing? Are you here for a reading? I know you were interested in one. Well, thank you so much, Tolka. Um, it's, you know, honestly, just overall, it's a really good positive reading. And whatever's going on with you, it sounds like you're gonna be a-okay. And also, congratulations on uh, 2 of Cups. As a fan of love and romance in general, I'm always excited when someone gets the 2 of Cups because it means a very positive thing. And obviously, it usually does mean romance, but it doesn't always necessarily have to be so. It's usually like a signifier of like a soulmate. Um, People kind of muddy up the soulmate thing and like, oh, lovers, but it just means a relationship that's good, that's going to make an impact and going to contribute to your growth. Yo, it's joking. Oh my goodness, look at you. No chill. I appreciate you for coming and getting a reading. Are we here for reading, my my guy? What is that even? All right. Okay, fine. Quirky, let's go. I don't I don't have no comment. Who did you even have to sub to get that? Never mind. I don't want to know. Who needs to hydrate? But I know, but we just started stream. I think we're okay. As a matter of fact, I think I'll just hydrate. That made me think of that one tweet where people are saying like streamers are like Neopets or something, or like digital pets, where people have to tell them to like drink and eat. you have to remind you have to remind us to get up and do things. All right. Okay. Before I pull any more card, I already like almost started to pull one. Quirky, did you have a particular question in mind, or do you want me to just roll with it and see what we get? Also, fun fact, I've been thinking about um possibly, so we'll always do tarot on Fridays, but I might even do a tarot specific secondary channel, because I know here I like to do a lot of gaming and variety stuff, but then it seems like I get a whole different crowd for my tarot, so I might eventually like switch gears and do a specific tarot channel. Maybe even like a health and spirituality thing, because I want to do like I have a 3D model now, so I want to do like yoga and exercise together. Let me flex my sub emotes. Yes! Okay, roll with it. Let's go. I'm so glad you're enjoying the emotes. I have some new ones coming soon. I'm going to add even more. Look who loves. Okay, this my girl, the Queen of Cups, loves to come out. I don't know. Sometimes I got to try a different deck just because I'm like, okay, calm down, girl. I love that one. It's my stim one. Yeah. It's so cute. Okay, let's go with so your first card. I'm doing a spread for you very similar to the other one, except for this one is um, opportunities, challenge, and outcome. Yeah. Although, I mean, Shotgun, you're no stranger to this channel or my readings. Sometimes we can't all have sun reading themed. Uh, I do tend to throw some shade every once in a while. So, your first card represents your opportunities, and you got a really good one for that. That's the Page of Pentacles. He's got a lot of ambition. And this could represent you or someone around you, or even just energy that you may want to um, consider in general. Um, the fun thing about tarot is that it's not super literal. Like, it's not like, oh, it means like sometimes you'll see reading, or sometimes like if you look up the cards on Google or whatever, it'll say, "Oh, this card represents a young man." And it's like that's not really, it's not supposed to be literally a young man. It's supposed to be like when you think of a young entrepreneur or a young guy just starting college who's like gung ho ready to start his life, that's an energy, not specifically a person, if that makes sense. So, like, because a lot of people experience that part of their life. So, this is just kind of telling you that, like, be aware of that energy, whether it, and yes, when the whole, they say take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So if what comes to mind is a specific person when I say that, then that's what it means for you. I know, right? College. Hi, Nonoha. Hi, hi. Thank you for coming. Okay. So, the Page of Pentacles is associated with the youthful person or energy in your life, someone or something introspective and conscientious. They love hard work as they benefit from both materially and emotionally. If you get this card in a reading, it may be a sign that focus and industriousness may benefit you in the near future. It's about growth and expansion. Um, Anything regarding the pentacles is going to be um, regarding like tangible physical things. So, um, I know I said not to take literally, but it would be something in your physical, um, your world, something um, tangible. So it could even just be like a new job opportunity, someone you work with, something along those lines. And that is that's regarding opportunities. So it could even be that someone may be coming to you with an opportunity. Your challenge is the Four of Wands, and that represents small celebration, thrill, and togetherness. So do I hit Emerald on the TFT? What's TFT? So do I hit Emerald on the TFT tonight? TFT, what's that? The Four of Wands comes up when you have finished one stage of a major project. It represents a small and humble celebration. Team fight tactics. Oh, yeah. I mean, when it comes to that kind of stuff, yeah, it's a pretty good sign. Um, as long as you're not, well, I'll just, so it represents a small and humble celebration. So I'd say yeah, that's probably a good sign you're going to do well. Um, but not the Four of Wands is not the sign of an end, but rather of a break. You still have work ahead to achieve your goals, but this card suggests that you deserve to acknowledge that you have done a lot so far. In readings, the Four of Wands represents a small, sometimes routine excitement such as lighting birthday candles or a romantic anniversary. It's not time to stop all operations, but this thrill will rejuvenate you to the joy of living. This card can be a symbol of marriage. Ooh, because marriage is seen as maybe you'll get that waifu then. I don't know if it's a gotcha game or anything, but you know. When it comes to gotchas, that's usually a good sign. um, because marriage is seen as a completion of the first stage of a relationship. Oh my God, I love that it says that because, like, so many how many stories can you think of where they get married in the end? And it's like, bro, marriage is just the start. if 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 it really ended with marriage, then there wouldn't be so many divorces, So it just means I guess it sounds like you're starting something, but you've got a good foundation. So, I don't know. It just sounds like some good stuff because I don't know what is up with my deck today, but I'm getting all the love cards. uh, we have the Queen of Cups, and this is for your. Let me see. Hang on. I already forgot. Was it the outcome? What a good card for outcome. I'm just gonna read it. I feel like I feel like this card um comes out every week. So I'm just gonna give her the spotlight because everyone deserves a little bit of Queen of Cups energy. It represents intuition, love, and soft heartedness. The Queen of Cups may represent someone in your life, or perhaps energy within you, that is affectionate and sensitive. She is guided by emotions. This card is a sign to stay in touch with the gentle side of your inner aspects. Often a healer, she can tell you when you are feeling off without you saying a thing. She is so quiet, though, that you may not notice her right away. The Queen of Cups has a kind word of care for everyone. She is soothing and calming, and her reactions are based on her emotions. Though never moody, she is moved by the depths of others' experiences. The Queen of Cups embraces everyone, but also practices self care so that she can be at her best. If you receive the Queen of Cups in a reading, it's a positive sign that your intuition is starting to make itself known and your heart is strengthening. Yay! So maybe, you know, a little bit of get in touch with your softer side, that sweet, loving energy. I love it. I think we all could benefit from a little bit of Queen of Cups. Um, and that is in your future. So, whether your good fortune leads you to maybe soften a little bit, or maybe there's something coming towards you that will melt your heart. I'm I'm loving the readings today. Does anyone else want a reading before I do some general energy cards? Right? That's the best part. The good things come to those who don't give a F. It's very okay. No, no, how? What? Do you have a specific question in mind? Or a specific type of reading that you would like? You could do a love reading. You could do general advice, like general advice. Um, there's also different types. So, like, we could do past, present, future. Um, yeah, thank you. We love Jotaro. And actually, if you're a JoJo's fan, my main major arcana deck is um from uh Iraqi, the artist from JoJo. Yeah. So we also have problem, cause, solution. Um, you could do, I mean, what's on your mind? Do you have any particular person on your mind? No, it's I don't know if he actually sells them. I just know that he did the cards, and of course, like you can just buy them on Amazon. If you just look up like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Tarot, um, there's It's actually a really cool set because it's the 22 major arcana, and then there's like these cool Egyptian god cards too. Not to be confused with the Egyptian god cards from Yu-Gi-Oh, which are also amazing. Sometimes I pull these as well, um, just to see see what kind of general energies come out when we read about the different cards. Yes, of course. Of course, of course. I just want to. Aw, you're so sweet. Ah! Here, buddy. Of course. Past, present, future would be nice. Perfect. I'm going to pull back out the Wild Unknown. So I really do like this deck, and it's fun to look at. Just have your question in mind, joking, unless there's a specific. Whoop. Your first card is the World, indicating an end of a cycle. Or if you're a fan of JoJo's The World, arguably the most powerful card in the tarot. Coming up in your past, it's the past energies. Maybe something big happened. Nope, that's too many. All right. Yeah, The World. All right. Your next card is the Emperor. Oh, yeah! Melt like butter. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Hi. How are you? And your future card is Bum 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 the Devil. Ooh, Nonoha, thank you. Okay. Zaza Ward. Okay, let's go. The Emperor is a cool guy. And even though the devil's scary, he's it's not always what it seems. You got some incredibly interesting cards though, Nonoha. I'm not gonna lie. You got all three major arcana, and pretty prolific ones at that. Very, very interesting. I like it. Do you do readings for individual? Yep, I sure do. Ooh, nice. Death Note. I love Death Note. I actually just sold I had a copy of Death Note that I got signed by the artist because I met him at New York Comic Con one year, and I've been trying to get rid of some of my stuff, and I was able to sell my issue for pretty. I probably undersold it a little bit, but it's all right. It seemed like it went to a good home, and I get some money in the process. So if you're into nerd culture stuff, I have a Mercari where I'm selling all my collectibles. I recently sold a sealed copy of Pokemon Emerald for a lot of money. It was insane. No, no, no. It was like New York Comic Con thing. I basically, so I met I should show you this. This is one thing I'm never gonna sell. Um, I met the creator for Naruto too, and I was able to do it by total luck. It was a raffle because the year that the Death Note artist was there, people were practically like shoving each other over to get tickets. And I waited and waited and waited outside the Viz booth, and I got a ticket. But then the next year, people were like literally shoving each other. So they did a thing where you like everybody gets a ticket and then they just raffled. But I won. So I got to meet the creator of Naruto as well. But I'm not super famous. I was just lucky and went to New York Comic Con. I know, right? I was actually shocked. I accidentally initially put that Pokemon game up for like only like $200, and everybody was like, "Don't do that. Don't do that. It's worth way more." Okay. Nonoha, your past influences is wholeness and completion. The world is the final card in the journey of the major arcana. It signifies completion, harmony, and contentment. It's rare to experience this energy as we are usually consumed by waiting, needing, and achieving. So when this card appears, contemplate for a moment the idea of being whole. Focus on the image on the card. This would be good for everybody, not just the reading. Um, so when this card appears, contemplate for a moment the idea of being whole. Focus on the image on the card. Close your eyes and envision this radiating energy inside you. What does it feel like? Where is it located? What blocks you from feeling a sense of wholeness each and every day of your life? So, I'm just going to say a couple things based on your super powerful reading is that it sounds like you're pretty badass. And that this devil for me is a reminder that no matter how awesome you are, never stop. Never stop growing. Never stop. Um, um, Realize that all of us, like within us, is a void, and be mindful of how we fill that. If you're, if you panic to fill it, that's where you get into the realm of, you know, negative things like addictions, negative addictions and stuff like that. Um, so the Emperor is like the number 4. It's stable. It represents stability. Everything about like sometimes they'll refer to it as the divine masculine. It's basically like um, it's what all those like alpha bros want, even if they're not quite there yet. It's kind of like the quintessential male energy, whether you're male or female. um it's it's that like that aspect of it, kind of like, if there's yin and yang, it's like the quintessential yin, I think, is the male one, either way. And then for me, because the devil's in the future, it's saying that no matter how badass you are right now, the battle's never over. So kind of don't let that ever set you back. We'll read about the emperor too. I know it's you got kind of a heavy reading, but it's because you got 3 badass major arcana, pretty intense ones at that. Um Yeah, basically, just like don't stop. Forward movement, go with the flow, and there's going to be bumps along the way. Don't ever let that deter you. Um, the Emperor is protection, stability, and the Father. The Emperor is the father. He's the tarot's perfect counterpart to the Empress. He represents a side of you that's protective, decisive, and truly stable. He brings clarity of mind, and in this turn leads to actions and decisions. Sometimes this card is literal and points to a paternal relationship in your life. At other times, it suggests reconnecting with the part of you that stands strong and tall and knows just what to do. With help from the sun, which is our overall energy, interestingly enough, the Emperor can see for miles and miles. So, to me, that's just saying that obviously, um, kind of just like There's going to be dangers ahead, maybe perhaps obstacles ahead, but everything else about your reading is telling me that you're going to be okay. Don't ever let that um just don't let it deter you. Know that you got a pretty badass reading. And you just got a little bit of the devil, the energy of the devil, the negative energy thrives on fear, um insecurity, things like that need um emptiness, and it's like the all you have to do is know that you always have the power to win. Um and that basically uh, the devil just like the energy of the devil is like it never gives up, but but it also can never win as long as you don't let it. It does represent negativity, and though it may feel frightening when the devil appears in your reading, this card carries an urgent message and must be interpreted with total honesty. The darkness of the devil card takes the form of addiction, negativity, or materialism. It can indicate an ugly relationship with a person or a substance. Identify this dependency and how it's holding you back. The devil's hooves are strong and relentless. Their grip will not loosen unless a conscious change is made. Free yourself. That kind of reminds me of okay, I'm going to bring up this one. Uh what it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. It's kind of like an energy thing, but Mike Tyson said um when you're in God's favor, you're also in the devil's favor. So like there's nothing more like it kind of puts a target on your back. It kind of is like it reminds you like I know sometimes people will get thrown off or get like discouraged if they're bullied or people hate them. And I don't know if it's the Aries in me, but it always reminds me of like if you got haters, you're probably doing something right. Um because I don't know, nobody really hates a loser. I don't know. Being completed is kind of scary. Yep, I can do a reading for you, of course. Okay, I think joking was first, and then we'll do one for you, Butter, right? Just let him be. Just let him hate. Like, literally, keep thriving. Like, it's hard. I'm not saying it's not difficult. Having haters is so frustrating. Um, I even was like thinking, oh my gosh, okay. So my first completed sale on Mercari was these two Plants vs. Zombies pops that I had. And they're like one of the first pops, but I just want to get rid of them. I didn't care. And I made sure to specify on my sale that they had busted boxes. And dude undersold. He offered a like he total I first of all, I already had him for a decent price. And some dude offered me like undercut me, and I was just like, I don't care, I just want to sell it. So I sold it to him. He obviously didn't pay attention to the listing and then gave me 4 stars instead of 5 because because of my packaging, which I know he probably got the box, saw that the sunflower was busted, and guess how much he's trying to he all he did, he's just a reseller. So he's trying to resell the stuff he bought them for $15 a piece, and he's trying to resell them for like $70. And he gave me a bad rating because he said my things were packed wrong, and I was so mad. And it was like, nope, nope, I'm not gonna let it get to me. It's fine. I'm just gonna let it go. But it's so hard. Oh, it's like ready to ruin my whole day. So I was just so mad. Hi, Diz. I'm like, bro, how you gonna be like that? But it's fine. He's probably just mad because I got better because he's a pop seller. I had already given him a good rating because, you know, I'm not a piece of crap like him. Because I didn't expect someone who basically got a deal to be such a hater. God. All right. I just pulled cards, man. I didn't even get a chance to ask you if you had a question. Right? I mean, I'm kind of a confrontational person. I'm weird. I don't like confrontation, but I do. I don't know. I think it's when I know I got something to say, I ain't gonna hold back. Yeah, I let it go. And of course now I'm talking about it right now. But but I'm just like, bro, how are you gonna, and then I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine. People like that are just sometimes you gotta let it go. 'Cause it's like, it's fine. And you know what? The best part is I'll get more sales and I'll get better ratings and it'll be fine. And you know what? He's probably going to sit on them pops for like the next 5 years because ain't nobody going to pay $70 for a sunflower plants versus zombies pop. Like, damn. What's my position? You're right after this one. I I will be mature and pray every night that his McDonald's orders will never be done right. No, don't do that, shotgun. Don't. You'll bring bad orders upon yourself for the next 10 years. Don't do that. Maybe not the next 10 years, but your next two orders might be messed up, so don't do that. You want to get double meats without the charge. Okay, so your first card in your spread is the Two of Swords. This is for joking, and then your next butter. Um, do you have a question in mind? Your past. Interesting that you got the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Okay. So the Two of Swords is usually a choice, but because you have it in reverse, um, hmm. So it's kind of like a, hmm. Let me, hang on, I want to look something up before I say anything. So in your past is indecision, blocked emotion, and avoidance. It's hard choices. Caught between a hard rock and a hard place, but that's also in your past. It's a feeling of like you can't win. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It's like, do I want to go into the haunted forest or the dilapidated swamp? Just be careful of any decisions that are addressed in a healthy way. With the Two of Swords reversed, it can be easy to fall back to a sharp tongue to try to regain control of the situation. We should show. Yes, definitely Diz. Oh my god. We should try that would be awesome. I would love that. And then your next card, so this is your present, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is like that, oh, the guru card. And in some like older decks that used to be the Pope, but it just signifies like a spiritual figure or uh like inspiration, alliance, and kind of like a structure. So I'm almost getting that you probably went through something tough, but you're persevering through it with like small actions day by day kind of thing. Kind of like if you're stuck in a dead end job, but you really need the money and you don't have any prospects yet, so you kind of just have to power through it. Um and I think overall it just kind of means I it's basically like represents um what number is that? 5. So fives are temporary. So kind of what I'm getting is this too will pass kind of energy, if that makes sense. At least when it comes to whatever kind of hard decision you've been facing. Um it's even kind of like a conformity type card where it's like go with the flow. If you get this card in a reading, it suggests you have a desire to follow due process and stay within the conventional bounds of the status quo. To act responsibly, you may need to do what is expected of you at this time. But the best part is your future card is the Page of Swords. We like the Page of Swords. He's smart, quick-witted. Um, he's always got new thoughts and ideas. He's quick like a computer. Um, kind of a know-it-all. Someone that blurts out things they shouldn't say. Um, and an indication that you should uh, keep the cards close to the vest. Maybe it's, future kind of like a sneaking out kind of energy. Um, it's definitely a sign of strong intelligence and analytic nature in a youthful person you know or yourself. When it comes to decision making, the Page of Swords challenges you to make the right choice even when it seems difficult. In fact, especially when it's difficult. So, what I'm getting is maybe you've been forced with a tough decision, or if this resonates with you, if there's been something where it seemed like you were in a damned if you do, damned if you don't. um, I'm getting an indication that it's going to cycle back around again, and you'll have like the opportunity to make new choices based on what you're experiencing right now, if that makes sense. So um kind of like a repeating of a cycle. um so if you stay focused, um and kind of just keep on keeping on, it's gonna basically it loops back around, and you'll get a redo. Oh, I do? Yeah. Yeah. Yay, yay. I think so. I think so. And since you are one of my regulars, I know you'll be back for another reading and we can do another one again soon. Good. I'm glad. I hope that helped. I hope that gave you kind of some indication that whatever you're doing right now, just keep doing it. Kind of stay in s- nothing, don't worry about it. Just keep things steady, and basically that wheel of fortune's going to turn and you'll get another chance. And the best part is oh, who said this recently? It was like so when we failure is not indication of It's basically like every time you fail, like the debuffs stack. So, but it doesn't necessarily mean that like just because you failed at one thing, it, you might like how do I say? I'll have to think on it. But it's basically like, I mean, boils down to don't give up. But if you let the past failures haunt you, then you're gonna experience real setbacks. I'll have to find that for you. One second, guys. Sorry. Um, Melt like butter. If you're still there, your reading is up. Um, if you so the way I operate in streams is if oh, cool, cool. Do you have a specific question? Good, good, good. All right, one second. You can say hi.
Hi.
Thank you. My roommate's kid wanted to say hi. I remind her that she has to be quiet during the streams, and that's really difficult for her because she's super into it. So I promised her she could come say hi. They say hi. Okay. Butter, butter. What is your question? Thank you so much for the follow, and um thank you for coming. Thank you for asking for a reading, and I hope you have a wonderful night and day as well. Okay, Butter. I am haunted by failures. With love and friendship, I feel paranoid and everyone hates me, so I have to manipulate to survive. I am a 26-year-old guy. Please help you. Okay, okay. Haunt, love and friendship. Feel paranoid and everyone hates me. Okay. So, whenever you feel like the world hates you, you have to make sure that's when self-care is really important. And I guarantee you that so here's something that's really difficult for everyone, but that has to do with the fact that most people are so self-absorbed that they usually don't have time to hate. So, like, unless there's, specific things that you can think of as to why um someone may hate you, like um the serenity prayer comes to mind, where it's like I'm gonna just pull it up because this is one of my favorite things to live by. It's gonna freeze my model, but this is worth it. It'll make you feel better. Oops, instead it looked up Serena Williams. Serenity. I fat fingered it. Okay. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Um, there's gonna be if you focus too much on things that you can't do anything about, it's a waste of energy. But subconsciously, I feel like people hate me. Is it maybe because you hate you? Is it possible that we're like shadow boxing? Like a lot of times if you're feeling that way, sometimes it's aspects of ourselves like fighting with ourselves. And yeah, um, being pretty smart is definitely a burden a lot of times. I don't, um, when they say ignorance is bliss. Okay, right? Yeah, it's hard. Because I guarantee you that people don't hate you as much as you think. Um, a lot of times that is uh an aspect of our psyche, not being so kind to ourselves because um like a lot of times we just people just don't like if you can't think of a reason like when you start to entertain the thought that people hate you, do you have a reason why? Oh, oh my gosh, that is so heartbreaking. Oh, well, your first card is victory, success. People hated me when I was a kid and the pattern registered. Oh, okay, no worries. Thank you, joking. Always appreciate seeing you on stream. Whew, okay. Let me just read you your first card. You got the Six of Wands. It represents victory, success, and rising up. From the dark and tangled branches emerges a butterfly. New life takes flight. If you're not reveling in the joy of success already, you will be soon. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, of rising up against all odds. The obstacles have been relentless, but now is not the time to look back upon them. The more pressing question is, where will you go with your new set of wings? It's just sad. I don't. It sucks. Kids can be really mean. And I hate that you would have to carry that with you. I would definitely I think joking hit the nail on the head. Um that it's never a bad idea to reach out for help. And also a reminder that don't give up. Even if sometimes I know in our journeys for finding that, sometimes you'll hit some hiccups, but don't give up. Speaking of smart, you got one of the smartest face cards in the tarot, the Mother of Swords, sharp and perceptive. You'll often find the Mother of Swords putting her sharp perceptions to use as a therapist, doctor, or teacher. She's extremely experienced and knowledgeable in her field. Some think of her as all-seeing. This card can sometimes represent a woman going through a difficult time. She may be recently widowed or divorced, and usually without children. During this time, there's potential for her criticism to soar. So maybe that just represents me giving you the harsh truth that nobody hates you, and that you should really seek. You should, if you're scared of being loved or scared of kindness or good things, um, you should definitely try to look for some help about that, because you do deserve kindness and love. And I guarantee you, people don't hate you. Whew, heavy. Okay, okay, okay. And you shouldn't be. Love is like one of the best energies you can experience, and you shouldn't be scared of it. But you know what? Your future is the Strength card. It represents mastery of emotions. It's common to think of this card as a roaring, devouring side of the lion, but look again. The strength this card suggests is a much deeper force that's found within. The lion represents our most patient, composed self. He's a master of focus, compassion, and self control. When this card comes up, you're in need of harnessing this power for yourself. All the courage you need can be found in the muscle known as the heart. I think it makes me the most sad because you probably are very, uh, what's like, okay, the thing that comes to mind is that, um, like people with, there are some people out there that have like impairments, that don't allow them to feel emotions, um, or people that carry dark energy, and they don't give a shit if people hate them. They don't care. Uh, and the fact that you even are concerned that people hate you means you, uh, deep down are a really compassionate person. And you probably have a lot to give to people that you're not harnessing. And it's a shame. I hope, um, I hope that you come back. I would love, I certainly don't hate you. I hope that you come back for another reading. It sounds like I'm gonna ask for another card. I'm gonna do one more card. Give me one more card. One more card. Just one more. What's up, Raven? What?
That's for you, Seda.
That's for me?
Yeah.
A penny?
Yeah, I mean, Marie, and make sure it's actually real first, okay?
I think it's real, but thank you. She's got a penny for us. Oh, did I miss? Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm too much of an emotional mess to do a good reading for you. I feel like I didn't do you justice. Okay. Okay, that's an interesting card to get. It's a good card, I think. No. Is it? What did we get? We'll just read it. Where are the wands? That's wands. So basically your current yeah, burdens, blockage, difficulty. The Ten of Wands is a difficult card to face. Mental or physical burdens have been weighing on your spirit. Over time, this leads to hopelessness and depression. You simply can't get through to what you want. You cannot see a way. If this card appears in a response to a person or situation, it may be best to simply walk away. But if this card comes up frequently, it indicates you are attracted to negativity. You choose to walk the hard road. Yeah, I'm getting you're your own worst enemy. Honestly, if you're even entertaining the thought that everyone hates you, you're already putting uh, a burden on yourself. I that makes me so sad that everyone hates that you think that. Which is interesting because we were just going from this whole like, a lot of times when you have haters, it is because you're doing something right. It's it's other people's problems, but it also sucks because that means you become a magnet for the projection of other people's problems onto you. And it can be a very lonely existence. I'm kind of at an impasse for this one. I wish I had some better advice for you. Um, kind of stumped. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm very grateful that you came to my stream today and asked for a reading. I'd actually really like it if you come back for another one sometime, if you don't mind. Super competitive environment. Oh, that's rough. Oh, yeah, that's not. I don't envy you there. It probably made you pretty badass too, didn't it? But the top is always pretty lonely. That's for sure. All right. I'm going to get general energies. Cuz obviously that stirred up something in me. You got me feeling something for sure. I don't know, that hit me in a way I'm going to have to think about. Um so I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. That's okay. Not everybody can. That's okay. I mean, aw, aw, aw. It's funny because that makes you're bringing out the hugger side of me, which is funny because usually people like you don't like hugs. And there's someone close to me that I wish I could give them a hug all the time, but they do not want hugs from me. Oh. honestly, I can't even say that I can understand. Um, but I definitely have you in my thoughts for a bit, and sending you lots of good vibes and energy. Um, and just hope that you find that there's some clarity on what's going on with you. I'm gonna, I am gonna probably wrap it up here. Um, we're gonna just finish off with just a general advice for everyone. This take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But the first card is the Five of Wands. It represents tension, competition, and new business. The Five of Wands, as a card from the Suit of Wands, is tied to your self development and perhaps business ventures. This card represents the time when it feels like everything in your environment is working against you. In the case of business, you are getting your first taste of competition. This could represent a new phase of your life when you may feel unstable, and it could be a blow to your pride, but keep in mind that your competitors may be more playful than serious. This is your first time facing competition like them, but still be bold and don't retreat. The suit and number together remind you to keep it more about passion and drive than about challenging your competitors. The Five of Wands can suggest conflict and discussion that might be beneficial. This card is a reminder that conflict is unavoidable, and sometimes the best you can do is create a positive environment for challenging ideas and problem solving. Obviously, tarot is for entertainment purposes, but I think it serves as a really good reminder that something that's been around for a really long time still resonates with people, that even after all this time, we're still having the same human experience. Um, and that no matter what's going on, that we all kind of have those different phases, kind of the way that someone who's been through tremendous things will experience the same emotion as someone who may have never left their parents' basement or the comfort of their own home, will still battle those same uh, demons and those same uh, emotions. We all kind of experience a lot of the same thing. It's like a double edged sword in a way, because, yeah, what the heck? Seems unfair sometimes. Um, like, what is it? Why are we here, just to suffer? Um, But I also think that it is kind of so that we have these experiences. Um, Even the way, what was it, like, the oldest story of like, I don't know. I like to think of, like, even even like in uh even in the Bible, like the story of Jesus is basically like God trying to experiencing life as a human and realizing, like, oh wow, like, look at all the horrible things, and kind of realizing, like, you know all right, I'm almost done. All right. um Speaking of unfair, the next card is unfair. It represents unfairness. It represents an imbalance, a sign that you are having trouble being impartial due to emotional circumstances. It can be an indicator that you must try harder to be fair, even if it means some unpleasant consequences. And finally, the Page of Wands in reverse. So the overall energy is happy, but we're getting some kind of darker cards towards the end. And I think maybe that's just an indicator that we do some shadow work. I know I've been like putting that off. So maybe we're overdue for it, huh? Yeah. Okay. Pessimism, lack of confidence, and fear. The Page of Wands reverse can stand for an immature person or undeveloped energy whose interactions with you are full of extreme pessimism and a fear of the unknown. The refusal to explore new situations or be enthusiastic about anything is stifling your chances for opportunity. It may be that you were hoping for your efforts to pay off in a bigger and better way and you are disappointed. There exists in this card, even reversed, the creative and active energy of the wand suit. You must try to see your setbacks as a sign of better things to come rather than the end of them. Your adventurous spirit will return, and when it does, you should be ready to take life head on. There you go. So, fake it till you make it. Let's be positive. Because the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll love you tomorrow. It's only a day away. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you, thank you. Okay, as always, you can ask me for a reading at any time. Please join my Discord. I can pull cards for you at any point. My Discord is linked on my page. And Shotgun, you'll be very happy to know I'm about to go have dinner. Yum yum. A big yummy pulled pork sandwich with french fries. Thank you so much for everyone who came, who asked for a reading. I hope to see y'all again. We are almost to 250 followers on Twitch. How exciting! And if you tuned in on Facebook or YouTube, thank you so much. And yeah, so you can say bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Yes, definitely. Thank you for coming, Tofu. Sorry you came towards the end. Thank you for joining and have a great day.